Good evening, everybody. Hello. Hello. Happy Thursday. Hello. You scared the fake English accent out of me. Die. How dare you? Perish. What if I want to be the colonizer? Huh? Anyway. Good afternoon. Hello. 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 Happy Thursday. It's the day of the week where I subject myself to unholy horrors, not terror, no, terrors, English. I'm so tired of being ESL. God. Terrors. Yeah, and terrors of self-mutilation in the form of physical exercise. It's not really mutilation, it's subjective, but my experiences are real to me, and Ring Fit Adventure is a form of physical torture that should be looked at by the Geneva Conventions. Wow. Hi, Slapple.
8 months in this truly fantastic place.
Really?
I love it here more than words can manage.
How?
I always have a smile on my face when I'm here. Also, was that supposed
Thank
to be
you.
an English accent? It was bloody terrible.
Yup. Bloody. I'll make you rue the bloody day. What was that? That was my best. Thank you, Xavier, for 8 months. Thank you very much. Nucky, thank you for 13 months. Tokyo, thank you for 5. Welcome back, everyone. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Every time. You know, every time I'm doing like a bit that's mean at myself, and then I get a really nice message about how good people think my streams are. I feel like that paradox literally makes me lose an hour off of my total lifespan. The mental conflict that occurs in my mind. Why can't I just be mentally ill and ADHD and all black and white thinking where everything is all good or all bad? Why does there have to be nuance? Why can't we all just bully me? I can't take someone suddenly being nice to me and everyone else when I'm in the middle of making fun of myself. I think every bang or pipe sound redeem takes away an hour of your life too. I think so. I agree. I feel like a small animal with a small heart whose health is irreversibly damaged by stress. I don't know how you do it, but I'm not like you. Wow. Hi, Sammy. Thank you for 8 months. Thank you very, very much. I am literally the hamster that can die on the wheel from you suddenly screaming at it. That's what I am. Me for real. How many times do we have to tell you this, Yui? You are a small animal. Don't gaslight me. I'm not a small animal. I'm at least... a medium. Like if small is here, the medium is here, and I'm right in the middle. Don't take that quarter of the overall scale away from me. No, you need the small briefs? I thought we were done with this. That is cruel. We're not bringing this back. Yippee!
No, you're big and strong, you yips.
I am big and strong. And you know what? The reason I bet I actually need the small briefs is because my waist is so snatched. But my cheeks are busting. I can't say that. I can't say that. No. Yippee! No.
Snatched? Who snatched your waist away from you?
It's been 15 minutes. Alright. No. It's been 15 minutes. We're not losing here. And now, what did I just walk in on? Okay, don't ask how I know this, but if I had to wear adult briefs, and you know, I don't have to wear briefs, but I know through experience that I would have to wear size smalls, and and I'm saying that it's because of my waist size. It's not because of my hip size. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but all adult briefs, or practically all of them, that are heavy duty are high waist. So, at least that's my hypothesis. I know they are high waist, but I'm assuming that's what influences the size the most. And I need to stop talking. We are going to stop talking. Yippee!
So, medium, how far did the wind push you the other day?
The wind pushed me nowhere because I didn't go outside. I don't think that makes me sound better. I think that made me sound worse. I do go outside. I don't go outside during storms. Is medium her new bully term? I just made up the word. No, it is not. Did not touch grass. I will, as soon as the weather improves, I will go outside. Let's change the topic. Yippee!
So never.
I don't want to play this game anymore. I changed my mind.
Expounds
I wanna...
Blubbers. It's been 5 months and I've enjoyed my time here.
Thank you very
Expounds
much,
Blubbers.
Profane. Thank you for 5 months.
Wow.
Thank you, Usami. Well, that's a tier 3. My god, thank you. Fillion, thank you for 9 months as well. Thank you very, very much. How were your last couple days? Honestly, not bad. Like, Tuesday was really the worst of it. We got quite lucky up here because I think we're up in the north. I'm safe. Don't worry about me. Thank you for asking. Why do we bully the streamer? I don't know. That is an excellent question that I would love the answer to, but I don't have. Every day I think about how much cooler and cuter I could have been. But I'm going to be this for the rest of my life, and unfortunately for my parents and for myself, I enjoy it. So I'm cooked. Is your voice doing any better? Ah! It won't do better if you keep startling me with your disgusting IBS. Thank you. Honestly, no. I think the last couple of days have been a little bit rough, but I don't think that's because I've been streaming. I think it's because I've been spending a lot of time with my family, and I've been talking much more than usual on a regular basis outside of streams. But it's just for now. Hopefully that'll go away once I get more opportunities to take a break. Still mad about my doctor's appointment, but we'll see. Rip, thank you for 12 months. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, on to yapping, for sure. And I have to respond because now there's 2 people in the house digging at me for no reason. I'll just have to take it easy until then. I need to make sure that I rest up properly before the 2.0 too. I'm excited for that. Has your base family been dealing out more psychic damage? Stop calling them base. Cease. They take that and they run with it. Don't give that to them. Yippee!
Please take care of yourself, yo.
I'll do my best.
I'd like to have more of your streams to smile and feel relaxed too.
Thank you very much. We will be healthy. We will. I'll go get checked out and all that when I can. Yeah, things don't feel the best right now, but sometimes it takes a little bit. It's important for me to still talk on a regular basis, or else I swear to God it gets worse. I don't know why. Stop it! Stop. Yippee!
Please take care of yourself, yo. I'd like to
I will
have more
try.
streams to bully you.
I thought that message was about to be so nice, and then I saw who it was from, and then I heard the rest of it, and now I'm angry and upset, and Brah! Me for real? It's okay. It'll be okay. I have to be strong. I have to be grr, brah, grr, brah. I gotta lock in, brah. Even when half the chat is currently laughing at me, brah. I have to ignore those messages and move on, brah. Angie toddler?
Yippee!
I would be the most
Question,
ferocious
is the
toddler.
3D or 2D? It's gonna be hard to tell.
2D. What do you mean it's gonna be hard to tell? Is that a dig on yourself for your lack of observation, or is that a dig on me because I'm flat? Because I'm flat, it doesn't even matter if I'm practically 2D or 3D. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that you get to make your stupid, mean, bullying TTF's comment about me. Because I know for a fact that you wouldn't post a dig on yourself. Generations lost. Hi, Gentoo. Thank you. I really do try my best. Like I was saying before, I would be a very ferocious and very scary toddler. I would be sticking forks into outlets all the time. I would be throwing my food. You know, if you gave me one of those unspillable cups or bowls that people typically give to babies so they don't make a mess, I would make a mess from it still. If you gave me a pacifier, I would bite holes in it. I would be so fussy. You would never get any sleep. I would get food all over my clothes and you would have to do laundry like 4 times a week. So yeah, I am intimidating. Yippee!
Natural selection didn't work on this one.
Well, I'm not coping, and I didn't fail natural selection. I make up for all of my mistakes by being cute. I'm literally like a ball of fluff. You know, wrapped around an interior of separation anxiety, but that's how I survive. That's how my kind gets you. Like, yeah, everything on the inside might be rotten, but I'm like a baby, okay? Everything on the inside is so cleverly disguised that you would have to keep me alive.
By surviving it like this, so she proved natural selection works.
Like a hamster, like a small dog, like a puppy. Thank you. The inside of you is just Hot Pockets and Cheetos. Yippee!
Damn, natural selection has a pretty low bar then.
Well, my my bar isn't low. It's very high because I'm very tall. That's what that means, right? Like, when someone's saying the bar is low, they mean it literally. Yippee!
I must test your latent Slav potential. Do you eat your potatoes with butter or sour cream?
Oh my god, potatoes with sour cream are so good. I used to get these like pierogies from the cafeteria at my college that were like virtually flavorless, but they were filled with like fluffy potatoes with the side of sour cream. Oh, so good. Also, you could have both. I mean, like, why not? You could have like pan-fried potato pierogies in butter, and then you can dip them in sour cream after. That would be really nice and unctuous.
Congratulations, you are now an honorary Slav.
Wait, no.
Do the motherland proud.
I can't do that. I'm Canadian. I'm from the other side of the ocean. I can't do that. Fake Canadian? I'm not a fake Canadian. I'm a Scorpio. Thank you. Hi, Yuki. Hello. Yeah. Yeah. That wasn't funny. Yippee!
I am sending
That wasn't
you your
even a little bit
Adidas
funny.
tracksuit and instructions on how to properly squat right now.
I can Asian squat, thank you Chinese ancestors. I don't know how accurate that is to the Eastern European squat though. I know very little about those parts. I'm not like other girls type beat. Being a pick-me is how people like me survive. Wow.
No, it was funny, yo.
Thank you! I love you, Tomato.
Wow.
Thank you for 4 months.
Hello, you
I will
it's
take that
hot.
reassurance moving forward. I am hilarious. I am wonderful. Yes. Yes. Somehow I've survived this long. Hi, Nub. Thank you for 5 months. Thank you. What has chat done to you, Yui? So much. So much, the most of which I can't even begin to get into without the support of an active in-person therapist. Yippee!
The fact that Jo is here proves us that she's not the result of natural selection, but holy selection.
You mean God loves me? Why would he do that?
Yippee!
If you're a fruit, you'll be a pineapple, and if you're a vegetable, you'll be in a hospital and I have to turn off the life support. I'm sorry, Yui, it's just natural selection.
You can't say that. You can't make that joke. Oh no. Oh no.
Yippee!
Yui, God hides in heaven because he fears you.
What does he fear? My density? Is it because I thought there were 7 zeros in a billion? Is that why he fears me? Is it because I have the soul of a small dog and the body of a human woman and I'm some Frankenstein monstrosity conjured by the devil himself? What have I done? That thing? I do not go by it/itself. I don't know how many times I have to say this. It's not very progressive of you.
No. He just fucked up so bad he fears looking at you.
I can do worse. I can do worse. I can become a vegan. I can make it worse. I can start shopping at Whole Foods. Coochie Sniff Maxing. Holy moly. What a name.
Yippee.
Thank you for
Brother's
the
about to
follow.
crash out.
I'm about to crash out and abandon Costco as the devil himself intended. Exactly. Exactly. Wow. See, this is why I need to be a streamer on Twitch.tv. You're not gonna get names like this on YouTube. You literally couldn't have a name like this on YouTube. People like this are the reason why ads aren't worth shit on Twitch. Hi Slurp.
Yippee.
Welcome
I
in.
wanted to make Yo happy with my cheer. So take my most well-executed virtual hug.
Don't worry, I got you. I'll give you my most well-executed virtual hug too. God, this looks like the way that someone who is afraid to touch the recipient would hug the other individual. This is this is
Yippee.
literally
You
like
think
how I
God
would hug
stays in
someone
heaven 'cause he's
if
in
I was
fear of what he
afraid
created?
that the other person had
Specifically, you
COVID.
use a big ass forehead 2x4 build.
This space on my forehead is greater than the total expanse of heaven itself. I could make my own heaven. Call it the Yoli Your Head. That was awful. I need to graduate. I can never refer myself to a as a funny streamer ever again. I can't, I'm washed. I'm washed. This is comedy for 9-year-olds. I'm literally... Oh my god, what's next? I'm literally gonna burn out. People won't find me funny anymore. They'll stop watching me. I'm gonna have to open up an OnlyFans.
Yippee.
You are proof heaven is real, you X3.
Wow.
An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to graduate tuber.
Thank you.
Yippee.
Hanan, really
It's okay,
appreciate
Yui.
it.
I'll always laugh at you.
Thank you.
Yippee.
Thank you. You know,
Washed implies you have
desperate
it in the
times
first
call for
place.
desperate measures, and I think it's time that I simply take that for what it is. Thank you, Gabe. I think I had it at one point. You know what's so funny? Back when like big companies used to actually advertise on Twitter, now X, right? I would get ads for OnlyFans, and they would only ever be previews of like fully clothed, attractive girls focusing on content creation like niches like art and cooking and literally chemistry. Like girls who literally are just cute and have OnlyFans pages for chemistry projects. That was the thing. Like, that's the only way that they can legally advertise to potential content creators on spheres that are not NSFW by default. I found that so funny. I could be like one of them. No. It's not even chemistry in quotes. Like, for the sake of being able to legally propose those advertising campaigns, they literally had to have, like, fully covered girls working with in actual kitchens, straight up just cooking. They have a cooking show. Like, it's real. I would just post pictures of my dinner. It would be for people who are into bad cooking as well as people who have a particular interest in ranch. that would
Yippee!
No one wants to see a Cheetos plus ranch over rice dinner, yo.
Hey, I mean, I generated a lot of buzz from exposing my dinners. I think I discovered that there was a niche for it. You know? I'm opening people up to new concepts
What
they
is
might
this
be into
talking
that they've
cardboard
never
cutout
explored.
doing on my screen? Why is it so flat? Why is its head so gigantic, and why does it sound like a Canadian baby? Someone kill it in Minecraft.
I'll whack your head in first. In Minecraft. Thank you, Zoro. The ranch
We need the
enthusiast
cookbook.
community. The Yuri cookbook? I got you. I'll give you a
Forehead pics and
preview
ranch
recipe.
niche. That really is crazy.
Thank you, bruh. I'll give you a sample recipe. Here we go, alright? 1 cup of flour, 3/4 of a cup of sugar, 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract, half a teaspoon of salt, a stick of unsalted butter, a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 3/4 of a cup of alkalized cocoa powder, 3 eggs, small, half a cup of chocolate chips to be mixed in. At the end, grab a 9 by 13 inch dish, bake at 350 degrees for about 25 minutes, or until a toothpick going in comes out still slightly gooey. Let it cool, and smother that bad boy in half a bottle of ranch. Call it a white glaze. No, it's like one of those brownie recipes that calls for like a frosting or an icing on top at the end.
Yippee!
At first you had my curiosity, now you have my attention.
You can add a little bit of tang, you know, to cut the sweet and the richness of the brownie. It's got a lot of sugar and fat. You may as well have a little bit of tang from the buttermilk. I think buttermilk and chocolate go together just fine. I mean, like, yeah, granted, there's a bit of garlic, but... It's not that bad. You just have to overlook it. I'm sure there have been times in all of our lives when we've had to combine maybe not like Michelin starred flavor combinations, but we deal with it and it's still not bad. Brownies and Ranch could be one of those things. Also, like, I mean, the reason we add salt in a baked goods is because it brings out the flavors, the sugar, and the richness. I mean, maybe you could substitute it. Like, you can take out the salt in a brownie recipe and then...
At one point. You know what I did? I starved. I wouldn't even touch that if it was given to me for free.
You're gonna eat it anyway and you're gonna like it. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. You're gonna eat it. You're gonna eat it. And you're gonna like it. I think we did good. I think we're good. I will force feed it to you. This is your hair. I will tilt your head back. I will take the ranch brownie and I will shove it into your little guy mouth. For free? No. I mean, I'll force feed it to you for free, but the brownies are still $3.75 a piece.
This shit slash is so ass. I mean, you're skipping a few steps, but I mean, eventually everything we eat goes there, right? Right? Anyway, I'm really understanding right now that moments like these on my streams are as bad as doom scrolling and brain rotting on TikTok. Like, I know that at one point in time recently, all of you defended Twitch streamers against, like scrolling short form content. And, you know, if any of you decide to change your opinion because of me in particular, I completely understand. Like, this is what you are hearing from me right now and what you have been hearing literally to me feels like the adult version of Skibbity Toilet. Like something is just wrong. I don't think any sane human being could gain intelligence or insight into anything of value from listening to me speak. I need to change. I'll be better. I'll be better. I'll be good. Yeah! Yeah, you know what? I believe. I'll become the educational streamer that nobody asked for. But you know what? You deserve it. Don't promise what you can't do. I'm sure there's a
Do
lot.
not see a lot of tubers with hand tracking. Plus respect.
Thank you very much, Dub. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you
Jubins
too.
underscore gifted a tier 1 sub to Don't Change. They have given 10 gift subs in the channel.
I can.
Can you have medical lecture? I'll pay for it.
Yes, I can. Not medical advice, but I can talk about medical stuff, and I fully believe in my ability to make it really disgusting and funny while enlightening at the same time. We can do that. I believe. I can give you an educated lobotomy. Yeah. What bodily system would you guys like to learn about? Are these medical facts that we can use in life? I do not encourage you to use any of my medical facts. I cannot procure any legitimate medical advice.
When I first joined this community and we took an IQ test, I got like 120.
That's cap.
I took one just now after this
You're like
segment, I
80,
just
you
scored a
bitch.
73. I no longer have depression and anxiety because I no longer process the power to think anymore.
Bro got so stupid he lost his neural pathways for depression and anxiety. He's like a dog now. He no longer has the ability to feel those things. Actually, I've heard that dogs can legitimately be depressed, which means that his IQ has now degraded below that of an average mutt. He's less than the runt of the litter. He's not even a canine. Oh, that's good. We can turn it around. I cured depression. That is true. Technically, as long as you don't read the fine print. Hi, Kisei. Welcome in. Thank you. Hi, Oreo. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. It's really sweet. Can we have a medical lecture about your ability to cure depression? I can't. It's still a work in progress. I wouldn't announce any findings or results before we really have the proof, you know? I would want the data to be properly studied and peer-reviewed first. What can I talk about? I can teach you guys about IVs. In case any of you ever end up in a hospital for one reason or another. Do it. I got you. Pokemon IVs. Stop. Stop. When you wake up in the hospital, you should immediately rip out all the IVs like in the movies, right? I mean, you can. It'll just be a big kick in the ass for the people who have to reinstall them into you after. But depending on where you work, if you're in the medical field, a lot of people will rip out their IVs, either accidentally or on purpose. Reinstall? Yeah, because, I mean, the big thing that I'm sure, like, all of you who've actually been hospitalized before know is that when you have an IV, no matter what type it is, the port that is actually on top of your skin, there's no needle. It's just a soft plastic tube that's minimally invasive and just goes into the vein. Like, for most people, ripping it out doesn't even hurt. Like, it feels a little bit weird because it is like something touching the very inside of you and it's like coming out. There's that feeling. But for the most part, unless you have like blood stuck and dried to the entry point and like that'll feel like something like tape being ripped off of you, you should be fine. Can you explain how blood clots? Absolutely. So you have these things called platelets. Okay, if we are talking in general and we go back to the very basics, you have little particles, not cells, in your bloodstream all over the place called platelets. They're like these tiny little, very tiny little, like off-white colored guys, and they have receptors that detect when you're having a bleed, and they will form like nuts with your blood cells to coagulate and harden. There are a lot of triggers for this, like if you actually have a wound, or if you actually like have like a scrape. Those are the most obvious and most natural and useful forms of blood clotting. But I suppose the other type of blood clot that occurs is internal. Like the most dangerous kind, obviously, are blood clots that end up detaching, forming inside the body, and then moving inside the body, and you can get a whole host of like really serious issues with that. And those, unfortunately, can occur simply through inactivity. Yeah, like a stroke or a heart attack, or a pulmonary embolism, or like a thrombosis, which is all of these are words for potential blood clots. You hear an embolism can be a blood clot. All heart attacks are caused by blood clots, or just plaque clots in general, but they all involve blood cells. That's what it is. Same with strokes, they're all blood clots at the end of the day. They are caused by issues in the flow of circulation. And thrombosis, or like thrombi, are also like most directly, definitionally, they are blood clots that occur in your lower legs. Is a blood clot different from a hematoma? Yes, a hematoma is a bruise. So, bruises occur when you basically have a wound under the skin. And a blood clot is something that exists exclusively within blood vessels. So if it breaks open, you have a bleed, but you don't have a clot. Similarly, if you have a wound and you're bleeding out, you have a bleed and not a clot. But that's very interesting because this is how a lot of really bad things occur, because your blood vessels don't have to break to be injured. This is how, like, the precursor to a lot of heart attacks, to strokes, to like a lot of long-term issues begin. You know, you can live like... Your body is soft, right? Your blood vessels are soft, your flesh is soft, your tissues are soft. And just the same way that we can experience scrapes on our skin and have those superficial injuries, you can also have those superficial injuries inside your blood vessels. Because you think about it, your blood is composed of a lot of different types of particles. You have your blood cells, you have your platelets, and if you don't maintain a healthy lifestyle, or if you have health issues, you can have elevated levels of things like cholesterol particles. You can have elevated levels of things like sugars in your blood if you're diabetic. And excessive amounts of those particles in your blood over time, and they are still naturally occurring in your blood, but you don't want a high concentration of them. Over time, they can start to literally wear down the innermost layer of your blood vessels, the same way that wear and tear would eventually erode asphalt on a road. And when that happens, your platelets, the little guys, will detect injuries on the surface of the interior of a blood vessel, and they will start forming a stricture, an area where that blood vessel narrows because a clot is forming internally. And that clot that starts forming, possibly over a number of years, can start collecting all sorts of different material. The same platelets and blood cells that formed the clot can start collecting those same, like, cholesterol particles that caused the injury in the first place. And when it gets big enough, if it gets big enough, it can cause like a thrombosis, like an area where the blood cannot flow or can only very partially flow through because of that long-term clot formation. It can either occur right there and be a thrombus in and of itself, or if it gets big enough and the foundation isn't strong enough, and you have to remember, blood is constantly flowing. There is constantly a force that is pushing against a blockage, a partial blockage, right? It can detach. It can detach, and it can go up all the way through like larger blood vessels just fine. It can go to the heart, but once it leaves the heart subsequently and goes either to the lungs or to the rest of the body, where your vessels slowly become smaller and smaller and smaller. It's gonna find somewhere to lodge.
Yeah. Can you explain this in Fortnite terms?
I think I can. So, in Fortnite, you and all of the other players are like blood cells. And you're living inside the body of someone who is becoming more and more ill with cardiovascular disease. You have a literal circular ring around the area which you can navigate freely, and that gets constricted closer and closer and closer over time, right? There's another very interesting thing that happens when your blood vessels are very constricted and diseased, and that same force is still pushing all of them through together. They are not only bumping against the walls, the perimeter of the Battle Royale map and getting injured that way, the same way that you would get injured in the gas. They are also, because as the concentration increases and increases, and the surface area that they can navigate also decreases, you run into conflicts with your fellow cellmates, with your fellow players. You start fighting and beating each other up, and because you fucking suck at the game, Jay, you get pummeled, and then you get sent over to Loot Lake, which is like the liver of your body. Your liver detects that you're injured because you suck and you're mid, and it sends you to be processed, and then you die.
Yippee!
So when I go to the doctor they just give me a chug jug.
Yippee!
Is there a way to check for these before they cause a bigger problem?
Yippee!
Yo is my new favorite science communicator.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, Jay. When you go to your doctor, they give you a big chug jug in the form of statins, aspirin, and insulin. That's your chug jug. And I'll explain.
Yippee!
Okay, you have
Till you the
a
tiny
lot
guy.
of people who are chronically ill with cardiovascular disease have a host
Yippee!
of chronic
What's the
conditions.
most painful, non-fatal medical concept you know of? For me, it's either inguinal hernia or bed sores.
That's a little bit graphic. I think bed sores are actually very close to what could be the most painful, in my opinion. Not that I want to scare any of you. I have heard that cancer pain is just about the worst that you could experience from anything. You yeah, chemo pain, bone pain. Simply the concept that you have masses intruding and pushing against areas of tissue in and all over your body. Like, I've seen the doses of opioids that cancer patients are on. I've never seen anything like it. Like, the only area otherwise where I've seen opioid prescriptions that are comparable are with, like, actual opioid addicts. And like, cancer patients are on similar doses and they're not even addicted to it. They just genuinely need it. And that's scary. Yeah, let me answer the more fun questions. Sorry. Wow, I killed that bit immediately. I apologize. Welcome in, Sham. Thank you, Tyrant. Is there a way to check for these because before they cause a bigger problem? I mean, everyone won't tell you this, but the first line of prevention is always just not allowing those things to form in the first place. Like, not sitting stagnant at your desk for too long. I know a lot of us here are probably guilty of that. You know, getting an adequate amount of physical activity in every day. Eating vaguely right. Man, what the I know, right? It's really hard. Beyond that, if it's available to you, for sure, go for your yearly physicals. Make sure that if you do notice abnormalities in your physical health, that you don't ignore them and that you get them checked out. Like, if you see anything different on your body, if you feel anything different, like, for example, a lot of pre-diabetics transitioning into, like, full-on diabetes, they have very interesting symptoms. So it's not always things like pain or discomfort. It's very frequently just things that are weird and which you don't pay enough attention to until it's too late. Like example in case then things like suddenly you have to pee all the time and you're peeing a lot. I'm not gonna ask you to like taste your pee, obviously. But if you suddenly notice that you're peeing a lot, you're extremely thirsty all the time for no reason, and you're also extremely hungry all the time for no reason, then it might be time to get your blood sugar checked. What if it burns? Then definitely see a doctor. Like, if anything
What if my
hurts,
pee is
obviously
spicy?
you wanna what if you're That just means that you are a very freaky boy, Jay! It weirdo, and I don't know where you've been putting that appendage of yours, and I don't think I want to know.
Yippee!
Your underscore MD, what's a good preventative measure to not get arthritis?
Oh my god. You guys are going to hate this one, and I really hate it too. Like, I learned this my like 4th semester of college, and my lifestyle and my diet have never changed because it is just part of life that I enjoy, that is too difficult not to miss out on.
Yippee!
Wow, you started out with little confidence, but then you told us so much and even broke it down.
I think I
in
broke it down
Fortnite.
pretty poorly
There's
in
a reason
Fortnite
we let
terms,
you
though.
cook with this one. I shall never forget
Thank you
for
so
as long
much,
as I
Yogi.
live. Keep cooking, queen.
Wow.
No.
Oh
None
my
of
god,
that.
has it really
I'm
been
just a little
16
guy.
frickin' months?
Thank you.
You,
Hi,
I
Nate.
frickin' love you and all
Thank
the
you for
cuties.
60 months.
I hope you're keeping well and being the best
I'm doing
Gaga
my
gamer.
best.
Keep on keeping on, you sweetie
Rah.
pie. Sending smooches
Rah.
and hugs.
Thank you. Anywho, if... Gentlemen, if your pee-pee feels spicy, you probably want to go to the doctor and get checked out for a UTI. That's a urinary tract infection, but not Jay. Jay needs to go get checked for an STI because he's a fucking freak. Alright, so about arthritis. Of course, there are all the normal things that you can do. Of course, like exercise, obviously. Making sure that you stretch appropriately and warm up before heavy movement. Dressing appropriately for the weather. You do not want to be one of those high school boys wearing basketball shorts in negative 10 degrees Celsius weather in the winter. That will not bode you well. Also, the obvious things like if you are very heavy, surely, like, it's understandable that if you have a lot of weight that your legs are supporting, it's more likely that your hips and knees may give out sooner. Part of it, luckily or unluckily for a lot of us, arthritis, or like being the likelihood to develop arthritis can often be genetic, partially. So for some of us, like, even if we do everything right, it's still unavoidable. It's just how we were destined to be because of our genetics. You also, like, upper body, for sure, warm up. Like, don't grip a pen too tight. Don't, like, you want to avoid carpal tunnel and all that. That's tendon related, but I definitely have, like, mild carpal tunnel from all of my years of writing, and I know for sure that the joints of my fingers have also suffered because of it, so I'm just throwing that out there. Take breaks, even if it's for, like, fine motor movements. Don't overdo it just because you're not, like, lugging around boxes in a warehouse, right? Here's the meat, though. Also, there's the general advice, and there are also different types of arthritis. There are many, many different types of it. And, like, and to, like, really understand how that works, we have to go into the anatomy of a joint. So let's take your knee, for example. You have different bones that are articulating or moving with cartilage accompanying on top and surrounding that cartilage to lessen the impact and to lubricate the joint the same way that you would lubricate a moving gear in a machine. You have a little cavity of fluid that your body produces and that your body maintains. And that's all contained within the joint cavity. And this is an extremely digested version of it. Do not quote me if you're going to medical school.
Wow.
Hi Stinky together
Thank
for
you for
14
months,
smile.
Bob. Yeah, synovial fluid.
The
I was
expected
scared.
life
I
of
felt
us
like
was
I used
30
enough
to
big
40
words
years
already.
When we were apes stand on the African grassland.
That is
It
true.
means our knees are probably not designed to work for twice as much
That,
as the
yeah,
Phoenix Keck.
evolutionarily, that is true. Our knees and our feet joints and our ankles were not made for our current lifespans. They were not made for the current average weight of an adult in North America. Our spines were also not evolved for either of those things, which is hilarious. Yeah, you have this joint cavity, and you can have, like I said, your body self-maintains this cavity. So if there are bad particles and the like, you have white blood cells that will actually maintain and clean up the synovial fluid and the joint. And in some people, that inflammation goes too far. No, I'm sorry, that cleanup goes too far. And the body starts attacking itself. It starts thinking that the joints and the cartilage of the joint itself is an invader, so to speak, and your own body starts inflaming the joint and eating away at the cartilage, and that's called rheumatoid arthritis. I think that form is only influenced by lifestyle so much. It's technically an autoimmune form of arthritis. It's I think it's one of the most common types. I actually, if I recall properly, I think most types of arthritis are self-inflicted. So just live healthy, I guess. But the type that I hate the most, what is it called again? What's it called? Anyway, the worst type of arthritis, in my opinion, is the type that comes... Rheumatoid? No, rheumatoid is if you get rheumatoid arthritis, you're just sad. You don't hate yourself for getting it. Hold on, let me find it. Gout. It's called gout. Gout. Gout is so fucking annoying because if you get it, if you get gout, you basically only have your own diet to blame. Red meat is by far and large the #1 precursor to gout. And I hate it so much because I love salami and my pepperoni hot pockets, and I love having steak on special occasions, but the average North American diet is just not conducive to not getting that condition. I would have to read back into the mechanism of gout, but it's like, it's literally, yeah, okay. So when you eat red meat, the metabolism that occurs, like, causes an accumulation of, like, urate, which is typically metabolized, and then I think you pee it out, hence the name. But if you eat really unhealthy in quotes, because I fucking love red meat. If you eat a lot of it and it accumulates in your body over time for some reason that I don't understand because it's out of my skill set, it has a tendency to accumulate within joint cavities. And there, it causes really, really painful swelling and inflammation. And it's primarily caused by diet, and it makes me so sad. What are you talking about right now? I'm discussing different forms of arthritis. Also alcohol. Yes!
Yippee.
If you...
So what you are saying is to replace steaks with Costco chicken.
If you love drinking wine and
My
eating
McDonald's
ribeyes,
go right
you're
to my
fucked.
joints.
You're done for. If you love burgers and beer, and you eat that over decades, goodbye. Hello, gouty arthritis. God, it makes me so sad. Eric asked exactly what Scalibur is saying. Yeah, your McDoubles aren't going to your hips. They're going to your hip joint. Yeah, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. I want to say that I feel the same way, and in any other circumstance, I think I would say the same, but I have had patients with gout. It is debilitating. They can't walk. And like some of them are, if they're young and they have no other conditions, my God, the way that it decreases their quality of life. Having seen it firsthand, I can say for certain, in my opinion, the strategy is not to cut everything out that you enjoy, but to not eat it every day. Like, just maintain everything in moderation, have a balance, pull out that broccoli, rice, and Costco rotisserie chicken every once in a while. You know, a few days a week. Maybe have some like white fish, something lean, and then have your burger day on the weekend. And like, don't overeat, because I mean, oh my God, you know what's messed up? I'm scared to even say this on the internet in general because of the way that things are right now. But like overeating and having too much weight on you will predispose you to basically everything. Literally everything. It will put weight on every single system that you have in your body. That's just the truth. So just do everything in moderation. That's just common knowledge. You can't say that everywhere though. Like, you literally can't.
Yippee!
think that is sad that is considered taboo.
Like, even when I was in college, it was, like, considered, depending on the unit I worked at, it was considered, like you don't say the O word, you know? You can refer to, like, you don't use the
I've
obese
seen many
word.
pictures of
You,
gout patients
you
distorted
use,
joints. Some of their big toes bent for like 40 degrees.
yeah. Yeah,
These guys have better diet
I have
for
seen
your
it.
life, you yips
Like,
bless.
with gouty arthritis, your like big toe joint literally swells to like double the size. Like, you will never find shoes except for sandals ever again, and that's if you can ever develop the ability to walk comfortably ever again. No! In practice, a lot of what I frequently saw in units, we wouldn't refer to people by like overweight terms or even by like weight, even though that information is always there. We would refer to patients by how many people it takes to support them. So if someone is just mildly physically disabled, acutely, of course, we would call them, like, for example, like a one-person assist. So one person would need to assist them to a standing position where they could then turn and the like if I have to change them and they have the ability to turn themselves and for me to clean them, we would call that a one-person assist. And like a two-person assist still encompasses a lot of people who have normal statures but are just very, very
Sounds
sick
like a fucking
and
radicant.
don't have the physical ability to turn themselves over in bed. And that's all normal stuff. And then this is how you identify patients who like need a lot of support. We will call them straight up four-person assists. Three-person assist, four-person assist. And the only reason that stands out,
So you're like
you know,
a light
objectively.
assist.
Hey! No, I'm not. I'm like a 0.5% assist. I have literally had like very funny patients where I'm like, okay, can you turn to the opposing side? And they start to like grab the bed rails and they're like turning themselves over and I'm giving them a bit of support and they're like, can you push harder? And I'm like, no.
Yippee!
UE is 3 bunnies and a bird assist.
It would be like a coincidence if it's only happened once, but it's happened at least 5 times. But yeah, the reason that like of course I have no judgment about someone being a 4-person assist. My only comment lies in the issue that oftentimes we will have patients who are 4-person plus assists, but we only have 4 people on the unit. Which means that when it comes time to like support that person, the entire floor is in the room. That's what's funny about it. It's all hands on deck. Like, you literally have to discuss at rounds in the morning, like, okay, 11 a.m., we are all going to this room. We are all going to schedule ourselves for 11 a.m. It doesn't matter if we've been assigned that person or not
And
because
you
they
don't
are a
count for
4
a full
PA.
person.
We have no choice. It is a team meeting. Thank you, Sami. Thank you. Hi, Voli. Welcome in. Get the lift. You're gonna hate this. People can be 4 PAs with a lift. Like, even if you do have a ceiling lift, you have to be able to get the lifter, like the fabric lift, under them. And sometimes to do that, you have to have 3 or 4 people pushing them to one side, like all on one side of the bed, so that you can fit the thing under them. Anyway. It can genuinely be so bad for your body. It really can be. It, like, having a lot of people to support like that over time really can hurt you as the care provider permanently. That's why I'm here. Please do everything in moderation as much as possible so that your poor nurse in her 20s, in her early 20s, doesn't sprain her back permanently from trying to turn you over.
Yippee!
Alright, full send.
Bedside is already very short-staffed because of the physical strain. Nobody wants to work there.
Yippee!
You yix bless love yourselves, chat you yix bless take care of yourselves, you yix bless
I love you guys.
all.
I love you guys. I want you all to be healthy. Wow. Alright. What a discussion we had today. Thank you for listening to me, Rat. I will never not be over the fact
Yippee!
that
Hey,
red
Yui,
meat
if I'm in a blue
and
on blue
nitrates?
and my teammate shoots me in the leg, what should I do?
What's a blue on blue? If someone shoots you in the leg, you should calmly ask them why they did it.
Yippee!
And
Fire
if you can do anything to, like...
Yippee!
you yix heart.
You see, Martin Usami, that is the difference between one of you.
Wow.
Niget gifted a tier 1 sub to God. They have given 4 gift subs in the channel.
I'll be good.
Yippee!
Blue on blue
I'll be
without
good.
a friendly
I'll be good.
fire. you know.
Oh.
The thing you always do in FPS and TP.
Shut up! No, I
It's
don't.
also something that can happen often in low-light environments, so pay attention, Yui. I don't want blue-on-blue action in a match with you.
Call it Bluey and Yui. I want to have my own unique identifier term for friendly fire when I do it. Bluey on Yui. Anywho, that is the difference between you, an unruly American, and me, a diplomatic little guy. You know, if you shot me in the leg, I would just ask you what I did to piss you off. You on blue, Yui on bluey. Thank you, Nee. Thank you, Kyoki. Thank you, Zerpo. Thank you, Usami, very much. And March, I hate you. This is your fault. They can't legally do that, so ask them to stop. Exactly, Twitch user ruptured appendix. That is exactly what I would do. We are thinking on the same wavelength. Just say you don't like it and ask them to stop shooting you. I have experienced real life, and I can tell you for a fact that is how it works. Yeah. Thank you. Can you please take your bullet back? What is your return policy on used bullets? If I surgically remove the bullet lodged inside of my thigh right now, would you take it back? And would you apologize? Tell him how to treat his ruptured appendix.
Yippee!
You need surgery
But what
and
if shooting
broad
the Yui
spectrum
is good for their
antibiotics for
mental
that.
health? What would you do then?
What if shooting the Yui is good for their mental health? What would you do then? Well, as someone who was once convinced that I would give my life for the medical field, you know, I don't believe myself to be worth more than anyone else's life. And if I can save someone else by allowing them to take me out, so to speak, then who am I to stop them? I mean, I don't know. Fucking have fun dealing with the economy. I don't want that shit. I don't want to think about the recession anymore. or the job market. I don't want to think about the fact that my Hot Pockets, which contain nitrites, and the pepperoni are gonna give me colon cancer.
Yippee!
Ow.
Your existence is better for my
I'm
mental
kidding,
health.
you guys. Don't worry. I'm sorry. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I will be good. Don't worry. Don't worry. Thank you, Slapple. Thank you very much. They do. I checked the ingredients list on Pepperoni Hot Pockets. Their pepperoni does indeed contain nitrates. And so does every dry salami, like any prosciutto, any of that. I think they're like, I think for things like salami, they're naturally occurring. They're just really
not good for you. They cause inflammation. And the problem with inflammation is that inflammation leads to like cell destruction. Cell destruction leads to like faulty replication, and faulty replication leads to cancer. If tasty, why not good? Why? Why good? Why? They use celery salt, which are natural nitrates. There you go. Canola oil? I didn't know that. I thought vegetable oils were okay. I didn't know canola oil was bad. I know like palm oil and other saturated fats derived from plants are very bad for you. Like
Most
palm
of the
oil
tasty
is the
things are not good
worst.
for our health, sadly.
I'm gonna cry. What's the point of living? What's the point? Alright. Enough bleak medical lecture for the day. I think it's time to work out or something. I don't know, I'm honestly quite tired today, but we'll get a good workout in. Are you gonna be okay? I don't know. I am not a professor, not even close. I'm just like yapping. If you guys have any other questions another day, I would be happy to explain more. Yeah. Oh, you bought Ring Fit? Have fun with it. Proud of you. Get your exercise. Be healthy. Rah. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor. Do not start quoting me on that. Absolutely not. Not a doctor. Alright. I need to pee. I'll be right back. No.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate it.
For legal
Thank you
reasons,
for the
this
sex.
is not medical advice and you should not take anything an anime girl on the internet says seriously.
Exactly. Thank you, Ido. Thank you very much. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna change, I'm gonna pee, I'm gonna get more water, I'm gonna tie up my hair, and then we're gonna go. Alright, I'll be right back. Thank you for listening to me yap. I love you guys. Be good.